What's up? It's Tony Angelos, your Chicagoland real estate broker, and today we are continuing our series on Naperville and talking about whether or not it's a good place to raise a family. If you're new to my channel, I cover all things Chicagoland, property tours, best neighborhoods, best suburbs, everything in between. So consider hitting that like button and clicking subscribe because it helps my channel out tremendously. So first, before I started this video and started putting it all down pen on paper, I asked myself what actually makes a good suburb or a good neighborhood? And I basically came up with like 6 things. Number one, safety. We all want to feel secure. Two, high quality schools. Three, family friendly amenities like parks, playgrounds, nature preserves, trails, that sort of thing. Four, affordable housing. And five, oh man, I'm starting to blank on them. Pride in the community. And then six, good job opportunities. And that's both for adults and for teenagers. So let me share with you why I think that Naperville fits this bill. Aside from the fact that niche.com voted this place as #1 place to raise a family for like 1,000 times in a row, let's pretend that didn't happen, and I'm going to share with you why I think that makes sense anyways. And if you're thinking about moving, reach out and say hello. My contact information is in the description, and I would love to talk to you. So first, let's start with safety. Safety is always a top concern for anybody moving, whether you're a family or an individual. But let's talk about safety in Naperville specifically. Naperville is one of the safest cities in America. It has a super low crime rate. Burglary is like 1/5 of the national average. Assault rates are like 1/10 of the national average. But not only that, they've got a number of initiatives in place like community watch groups, neighborhood watch, community policing, that sort of thing that keeps everyone feeling safe and secure in their communities, in their neighborhoods, and when their kids are outside playing with their friends. So if you like safe communities, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. All right, next, let's talk about schools. The school district is probably the #1 reason why most families choose to move to Naperville. 203 and 204 are some of the most highest ranked school districts in the state, consistently ranking in the top. These school districts have a great reputation of having really high test scores, really great extracurricular programs, and great teachers and staff all around, excellent school districts. And that's probably the #1 reason why most families are drawn to Naperville to raise their kids. But if public school is not your thing, there's a number of Montessori schools and other private Catholic and all sorts of different things that fit whatever needs you're looking for. So there are a lot of options. All right, #3 on my list was family-friendly amenities. And I'm talking like parks, I'm talking things like that, nature things that you could do outside of the home, outside of a third place like a Starbucks, just in the community itself. And Naperville has over 130 parks and recreational areas within the city borders. So there's always something new to explore, a new area to walk or hike or bike or whatever it is. There's always something that you could do outside. And a lot of the parks have picnic areas, some have splash pads, and even mini golf courses. Overall, these are a great place to bring family and friends together outside of the home and just get active and involved in the community. In addition to parks, Naperville's also got a really great library system that's known for having, children-friendly activities and programs too. When I was a kid, I was super active in the library. My mom was on the board of our library. So library, 10 out of 10, great place for kids to get nurtured and active. If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. It really, really helps me out and it means the world to me. And it lets me know what are the kind of content I should be putting out there. So the fourth metric on my list was affordable housing. I'm not really going to go into housing all that much just because I have other videos about housing in Naperville that I encourage you to watch. But housing in Naperville really runs the gamut from properties in the 300,000s to the 3 million plus and everything in between. About a quarter of the city are renters, 75% are homeowners. So there's really a spot for whoever you are, whatever stage of life you're at, and whatever you are looking for. If you'd like to talk about real estate specifically, like I said, my contact information is down below. Go ahead and shoot me a message or text or email or whatever. Happy to answer any questions you have and talk through whatever you're looking to accomplish. So moving on to community pride, I thought a little bit about this one and how I wanted to articulate it, but I really think it comes down to, from childhood, getting involved in clubs and extracurriculars, sports, things like that. It gets channeled through high school years, and that gets channeled up to the parents. And getting active and involved and getting people to know each other and just building those relationships from a young age onward, I think is tremendously paramount to creating a sense of community pride. And when I think about the things that, connected me to my community growing up, those were the types of things. These are lifelong friendships, people that you maybe played soccer with from 6 years old all the way till now you guys are on the varsity team as 18-year-old in high school. That's a tremendous bond that creates with somebody. And all the while, the parents are also getting involved. Parents are meeting new parents. Adults are making new friends. We all know how hard it is to make friends as adults. So these are great things that kind of establish that sense of community pride, and Naperville does a tremendous job with it. And that's partly because there's so much going on in there. You got your different high schools all have their different rivalries. People are getting, involved in whose team is whose, that sort of thing. That builds strength in a community. So last, I'm going to talk about job opportunities. And this goes for both adults and also teenagers too, who are maybe just starting to get active into the workforce. Because of Naperville's proximity, maybe if you are in finance or law or tech or something that requires you to go downtown, that's great because it's only like a 30-minute metro line. But there's also a ton of jobs within Naperville. A lot of people are self-employed. A lot of people work in that kind of corridor of tech and finance in that general area, Schaumburg, blah, 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 all that. So there's a lot of proximity to work, which is part of the reason why it's such a great location. But aside from that, there's also a lot for kids to do. You could go work at restaurants, you could go work at golf courses, you could go work at boutiques downtown. There's a lot that you could get active with, and that's so critical in a community that has like commercial access to. Where I grew up, for example, there was not a lot of commercial activity going up. It was very residential. So kids get bored, and when kids get bored, that's when kids get into trouble. Staying active is one of the best ways to keep teenagers out of trouble. All of this to say, these are the reasons why Naperville just consistently ranks as either the best place to live, one of the best places to live, a great place to raise a family, the best place to raise a family. And that's all I have to say on this subject. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. I would really appreciate it. I work pretty hard on these. It's not super easy to get in front of the camera, so your feedback means the world to me. Put it in the comments too. If you want to see something else, let me know what you'd like to see, or you could reach out to me directly and let me know if you'd like to see something specific. I love making these videos, and I want to make a lot more on Naperville as a whole, but also some of the other emerging suburbs that are just growing really rapidly right now. Have a great day. Signing off, and thank you for watching.